It's very difficult to predict where it actually goes, but what we can say is, look, it's reasonable that Bitcoin from all-time highs doubles or triples. That's not asking a lot. That will be the worst bull market in Bitcoin's history. There's a possibility, a dream scenario that Solana does what ETH did from the 2018 low, which was a 47x.
Yeah.
And so Solana low was $9. So, you can do the maths. The numbers are potentially very interesting. That would be 20 something X from here for Solana.
Raoul Pal, the founder and chief executive officer of Real Vision and global macro investor, has given his updated price predictions for Bitcoin, Solana, and Ether, which he describes as a proven battle-tested protocol with lots of activities. Pal believes Bitcoin is primed for a 2 or 3x move from its previous all-time high of $69,000. His predictions for Solana are much less conservative. Pal predicts that the native token of the Solana blockchain platform, which uses a proof-of-stake mechanism to provide smart contract functionality, could climb by as much as 47x from its lows and about 20x from its current price. Though Powell states the need for conservativeness when making predictions, especially given the level of uncertainties with the economy and unstable macro conditions, he believes these predictions are fairly responsible when we consider price movements during past bull markets and the importance of next year's halving event. Powell's thesis for a strong crypto bull market also rests on his expectations for quantitative easing measures, or more cowbell, as he fondly refers to it. According to Powell, the 2008 global financial crisis and the subsequent moves made by central banks to save the global economy from complete ruin made it a certainty that they will always have to come to the rescue by printing more money. Powell explains that this is why QE is now a periodic exercise carried out by all of the world's major central banks, and it will go on for as long as the traditional financial system continues to exist. With infinite cowbell, the halving event, and all the hype around the possibility of the SEC approving a spot Bitcoin ETF next year, Powell is certain that 2024 and beyond will be very favorable for the entire cryptocurrency industry. The former Goldman Sachs executive discusses his outlook and price predictions in a recent interview with InvestAnswers. As we bring you clips from the discussion, please take a little time to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications for more videos like this. Also, ensure you drop your comments and observations in the comments section below. Everything you do helps with the YouTube algorithm and immensely contributes to the channel's growth. Thanks and enjoy the video.
There's got to be a game we don't know is being played here.
Yeah.
That's my general thought, is like, what are they trying to do? Are they trying to get it so when they cut, the bottom is 2%? Because they know that each cycle you need to cut 400 basis points or something.
Yeah.
So therefore, is it 2%? I don't know what the game is to be played here. But what I do know from my macro work is I can forecast the cycle, probably. Again, there's no certainties in this world. Looks like we're in a bull market. I can see where liquidity is going and where it's likely to go because of interest payments and other issues and demographics. We can map out potentially where assets go, but what you don't know is where the human emotion side is going to be in this. Because if everyone goes all crypto crazy again, it'll do significantly more than people expect, and we'll have a bigger boom bust cycle. If it's not, it's very difficult to predict where it actually goes, but what we can say is, look, it's reasonable that Bitcoin from all-time highs doubles or triples. That's not asking a lot. That will be the worst bull market in Bitcoin's history. All of us need to be cautious putting out prices to people.
Yep.
So we can all have in our heads what we think, because people don't yet know how to fully take risk, because this is bringing in new market participants. So how I would look at it, and even with my own mind, is, listen, it probably triples from the all-time high, and currently it's at 30 grand. So okay, that's a 6x from here. Yep. That's pretty good. And the upside is, maybe I'm totally wrong, and it gets complete panic to the upside because of the issues you talk about. We don't know what's going to be happening in the economy in 2025. What could be driving prices. So I just think you get the upside for free. You can be conservative and it's still huge, and you get the upside from free. So when I first wrote the first ever kind of Bitcoin strategy piece, investment strategy piece and price model, that was 2013. it was at $200, and I said I worked it out kind of like gold with a stock to flow ratio, just kind of simple maths. And I'm like, well, Bitcoin on the same basis will be valued at $1 million. So I said, okay, I'm just going to discount myself by 90% because this sounds ridiculous. So we'll call it $100,000. And it was trading at $200. I said, it's still the best risk reward you'll ever find. I'm actually thinking, look, there is a potential. And again, people listening to this, there's a potential, there's a possibility, a dream scenario that Solana does what ETH did from the 2018 low, which was a 47x.
Yeah.
ETH will be less than that, much like Ethereum outperformed Bitcoin. So, yeah, somewhere within that range that you gave, and then just look at what ETH did back in 2018 and say, look, that's reasonable for a proven, battle-tested protocol that has a lot of activity.
SEC and crypto, they can't kill crypto. Agree?
No, it's like water. Money flows. It flows everywhere where it's most accepted and most looked after, right? So the Chinese banned it 3 times. India's banned it. We've had Hong Kong ban it and unban it. We've had, endless, right? But it flows. This is a decentralized system of money and value, and no one nation can control it, which is why they're so scared of it, obviously.
Yeah.
And the US will realize that, as you said at the beginning, you're actually taking away people's freedoms here in a very big opportunity, and the political backlash will be very big. And I think we're already starting to see the traction of that, where people say, listen, this is not right how we're being treated. So I think politics solves it in the end. But if they continue to do this, other countries will just take the mantle.
During the interview, Powell also speaks about BlackRock's spot Bitcoin ETF application and what it means for Bitcoin and the entire cryptocurrency industry. According to Powell, the timing of the application is certainly not just a mere coincidence. Powell believes BlackRock and other Wall Street giants that are flocking into the cryptocurrency industry chose this specific moment because they know it'll be a highly lucrative venture when the cowbell rollout begins. He also explains that the renewed interest in Bitcoin and the overall cryptocurrency industry is grudging acceptance that this industry is indeed the future of finance. We will now bring you more clips from the interview as Powell discusses Larry Fink's change in attitude towards Bitcoin, the timing of the application, and how a Wall Street giant will impact the cryptocurrency industry.
Do you remember back in 2021, he was on CNBC and he started talking about when they put some stuff on Bitcoin onto the BlackRock website and they had a record number of hits on the website. He's like,
right.
I paid attention that people want this as a product.
Yeah.
And it was just him talking about it that got it. So I think he's been across the line for a while. And I think they've been waiting for both the right regulatory environment and the right time in the market. And we're Bitcoin's up, 100% from the low. It's starting to feel like people are starting to understand that we're likely in a bull market again. And so therefore they've rolled it out. I mean, from my conversations with most of these institutions is they've all been working on it. They all know it's coming, but it's waiting for the SEC to say what they can do. And I think the trade-off here is Gensler's like, I need a political break here because he's getting destroyed by stopping all innovation in the United States.
Yes.
And stopping opportunity to investors, which I think is disgraceful. So I think he's thought, okay, well, I've said Bitcoin is okay, so why don't I just get that across the line?
Yeah.
So then, look, everybody lined up to do this, which is fine for all of us because it will just bring fresh capital into the digital economy.
Yeah.
And that'll get disseminated across the digital economy into different places, and that'll invigorate the cycle. But yeah, most of these people, even Jamie Dimon, they've got a huge group of people working on blockchain technologies at JP Morgan. Goldman Sachs do, Apollo do. I mean, they've all got it. So they're just waiting and waiting. My guess is there's some people who work in those institutions who know about the crypto cycle and might say, hey, listen, if we're going to get a product out, get it ahead of all the big demand. Let's get it through the SEC, because the halving comes in 2024. And as you know, I think the halving is coincidental also with the global government debt cycles, which is like a 3.5-year, 4-year cycle, which came after every single central bank on earth reset interest rates in 2008 to zero. So everybody kind of issued 3 to 5 year debt. They have to roll it, and that's what keeps driving the balance sheet. That happens to be exactly the same time the Bitcoin came out. So they're all on the same merry cycle together. So yes, I'm sure that they're aware of when you want to get product ready for market, because it's, you know, a lot of products. I mean, I even started an asset management firm, which is a crypto fund of funds. But by the time we got our shit together, we launched it at the peak of the markets. You have to go through the downside and then back up through the other side. So yeah, if anybody who launches stuff now, it's perfect timing. You don't manipulate an ETF.
Yep.
You know, it's not like they're running a fund themselves and they're evil manipulators. What happens is when you've got a lot more players in the market, it becomes much less volatile because you've got people buying and selling all day in different ways, and many different types of investments move markets in different ways. It's a shame that people didn't or won't yet use the decentralized rails of doing this themselves. And you've gone to the middleman and given Wall Street some of your cash again. But I also understand that if you are a RAA in Omaha and you quite like this idea, you can't get your customers to invest via direct holdings of Bitcoin. So it's a conundrum. And as you say, it's good for the space because it's going to bring new capital into the space. That'll bring new innovation. That'll bring more VC money. That'll bring, you know, good for our bags. It's, you know, overall good.
Yep.
But they're doing it in the old-fashioned way, which is bad.
What are your thoughts on Raoul Pal's predictions for Bitcoin, Ether, and Solana? As of press time, the Solana blockchain native token is trading at $21.90, an 11.53% gain in 7 days and a 5.82% gain in the past 24 hours. It is currently the only cryptocurrency in the top 20 list of cryptocurrencies by market cap, with a double-digit increase according to data from CoinMarketCap. In contrast, Ether is only up by 3.2% and Bitcoin by 0.56% in the past week. Please drop your replies, comments, and observations in the comments section below. Also, ensure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.